Hello all, Uncle Jack's Horror Stories here. Please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And above all, I hope you enjoy the video. I woke up in a hospital room with stale air in my lungs and the taste of blood at the back of my throat. My mouth was dry, my legs didn't want to move. The machines next to me were beeping, blinking, functioning. A nurse walked by the open door. I called out. Nothing. I stood, legs trembling, and shuffled into the hallway. Doctors passed me. A janitor rolled a cart right by my side. No one stopped. No one even looked. At the front desk, I asked for my phone. The receptionist smiled at someone behind me. I wasn't invisible. I cast a shadow. I could feel the floor beneath my feet, but I wasn't there either. I left the hospital and no alarms went off, no one chased me. Outside, life moved on. Buses screeched, people laughed on the patios. A child cried because he dropped his ice cream. All of it looked exactly the same as before the crash, except me. I didn't have my phone, but home wasn't far. I walked. At a crosswalk, I stepped into the street and a car blared its horn, swerving just in time. The driver yelled, but not at me. He was yelling at someone on the sidewalk. I got home just as the sun dipped behind the rooftops. I crossed the yard and looked through the window. My wife was setting the table. My daughter was showing off a drawing. My son sat with his feet swinging under the chair. And sitting there with them, laughing and cutting spaghetti, was me. Same haircut, same stupid band t-shirt with the hole near the collar, same lopsided grin I've seen in mirrors my whole life. I watched for a long time, waiting for something to slip, some proof that it wasn't really me. There was none. The copy was perfect, down to the callus on his thumb where I hold my pen too tight. I tried everything, knocking, yelling, standing in the driveway and screaming until my voice cracked. Even stood behind the garage one morning and waited until my wife came out with a bag of trash. When she passed, I whispered her name. She paused, shivered, looked over her shoulder with a furrowed brow. Then she went inside and turned on every light. I could still eat, still sleep, still feel the cold sting of the wind and the ache in my legs. I was real. I had to be. The dog saw me. One whimpered when I got too close, the other just growled and backed away. The cat never came down from the bookshelf while I was near, and yet nothing. Until the night I snapped. I waited until late. He stepped outside onto the porch with a beer in his hand. I walked up behind him, trembling. I wanted to talk to him, to make him see me. But when he didn't flinch, he didn't even notice me, I lost it. I swung. My fist connected with his jaw hard. He stumbled, dropped the bottle, clutched his face like he'd been stung by a wasp. But he didn't see me. He looked around in shock, calling for my wife, said something about a gust of wind or a bite of pain. She came out in her robe and held his hand, looked around nervously. The next day a priest came. I watched through the window as he sprinkled holy water in every room, muttered prayers, made signs of the cross. My daughter asked if ghosts were real. My wife lit a candle. That was my answer. They thought the house was haunted. And hell, maybe it was. So I left. As much as it killed me, I left. I walked, nowhere in particular. Slept behind gas stations, ate from dumpsters, watched people live their lives without me. The seasons started to change and I didn't even notice. I'm not a ghost. Ghosts don't get frostbite. Ghosts don't weep. Ghosts don't feel hunger gnawing at their ribs. I'm real. I just don't belong here. Not anymore. So keep this in mind the next time you think you leave your keys somewhere and find them somewhere where they're not supposed to be, or think, dang, I really thought I shut those blinds, or who left the faucet running. You might be seeing someone else in my position.